Let's unplug the past. Let's say goodbye to those. And hello to whoa. Let's find a better way to cook this. Wash that. Compare those and save these. Because you can make dinner. Or you can make dinner a breeze. Are you ready? Let's do this. More saving, more doing. That's the power of the Home Depot. Right now, this Whirlpool washer-dryer, just $3.49 each.
Introducing Thompson's Water Seal Waterproofing Stain. The seal just got better. With stain and sealer in one and easy-to-choose colors, exceptional beauty and protection have never been easier. New Thompson's Water Seal Waterproofing Stain, exclusively at the Home Depot.
This is a map of the pressure points on my feet.
I had flat feet. I learned where the stress was at the Dr. Scholl's Foot Mapping Center. Then I got my number, which matched the custom-fit orthotic inserts with the right support.
Go to drscholls.com for locations and save $10.
I'm a believer.
Don't just visit Miami. Visit
with Xfinity. Rent or own 300 Rise of an Empire.
Just like witches at Black Massive.
Today we will dance across the backs of dead Greeks.
Rent or own 300 Rise of an Empire. Get the hottest new movies anytime with Xfinity On Demand.
Every child follows a path in life. For many, that path will lead them to a door that gives them a place to grow, to learn, to belong, a place to forge their future. Because while many doors open, these doors transform. They did for us. Support your local Boys and Girls Clubs. Great futures start here.
To asbestos,
call 1-800-278-0768 now.
The Coasties are back, and Monday, the Weather Channel is the only place to find them. Coast Guard, Cape Disappointment. Monday nights at 9 on the Weather Channel.
All right, welcome back now into the tropical update, and here we go, an area to watch here out across the southeast coast. Hurricane Center has its eyes on it. It's in a favorable area for development, and over the last few hours, a blossoming of thunderstorms. Problem is no low-level circulation, so at this point, very low chance of seeing any development here. Hurricane Center actually has a 30% chance, but that's over the next 5 days of it becoming possibly a tropical depression, maybe something subtropical. Certainly something for now we'll keep our eyes on, because in the month of June, typical tracks have kind of a hotbed here out across the southeast coast and also into the Gulf of Mexico. There it is in the northeast Gulf, really one of the areas we have to watch a little bit more closely. But in the average June, we only see one storm every 1 to 2 years, so it's not very common that we get a storm. The most in 1 year was 3 back in 1968. So, you know, everybody might think, well, it's going to be another quiet season. Well, if you look at this and you're like, wow, that looks pretty impressive. Right now, low chance of that developing into anything tropical. So it does look like we'll be right on schedule for June with very little activity, because most of the Atlantic is quiet. Gulf of Mexico in pretty good shape. Check out Cuba and Puerto Rico and down toward the islands here. Really not much going on, and it's not that time of year for the coast of Africa. Here's the Cape Verde Islands. Later in the season, we do see storms and clusters of thunderstorms coming off the African coast that may develop, but there's a cluster coming off the coast here within the next few days that we'll keep an eye on. We get in the East Pac, it's been a little more busy. This is another area we are watching. It's an invest area that could develop over the next couple of days, or an area of interest. So Eastern Pacific, 20% chance of that system developing. And then we're going to see another system develop that could potentially become tropical, maybe even a tropical storm or a hurricane. And here's comparing forecasts with two of our forecast models. As we get into next week, the U.S. model, the GFS, actually producing a storm which was a little bit stronger earlier out off the coast of Cabo San Lucas. So something we're going to have to watch for in the East Pac, as that may become a hurricane, and we may see some tropical development out across the Eastern Pacific. So something we're keeping our eyes on, and certainly something over the next few days we'll want to watch, as clusters of thunderstorms here will continue to try to get going. Nothing real organized right now, so anything that does happen here is going to take a little bit of time. So we'll keep our eyes on it. Right now it's fighting a lot of dry air, so there's really not much of a chance, at least in the short term, but that dry air should be going away. And here's the name of your storms in the East Pac. If that storm does form, we'll be on the D storm at Douglas, and Douglas would be the D storm in the East Pac. Still haven't gotten the A storm in the Atlantic, but we're really not into the heart of the season. And while there's not much happening so far this hurricane season, as we've seen before, things in the tropics can actually change pretty quickly. Hurricanes packing forces that can be quite destructive. So what does it take for them to actually happen? This morning, hurricane specialist Michael breaks down what it takes for hurricanes to form.
You might have asked yourself at some point, how do a few clouds grow into some of the strongest storms on Earth? Well, to cook up a hurricane, you really just need three main ingredients. First, you need a warm ocean, because it's that warm ocean that serves as the fuel to power the hurricanes. Secondly, you need winds that are coming together, or converging. As tropical winds come together over a warm, moist ocean, water evaporates, and that rises up into the atmosphere. As the water vapor rises, it cools and it condenses, forming a system of thunderstorms that heat the atmosphere. The heating of the atmosphere causes the pressures to lower, causing the winds to increase and then rotate around our low pressure system. As the pressure lowers, it causes more of that warm, moist air to spiral inward, making the storm spin faster and faster. Now, once the wind's near 74 miles per hour, we see an eye, and a hurricane is formed. Three simple ingredients that can be a recipe for disaster. And that's your Hurricane IQ.
All right, thanks, Michael. And we are going to be watching and waiting to see what this Saturday is going to bring, from summer storms to the chance of severe weather. We're tracking it all as Weather Center Live rolls on. Stay right there, as we are going to continue to see storms rolling and heavy rain out across parts of the Plain States. Stay tuned.
Currently in our area, 76 degrees under clear skies. Today, scattered thunderstorms, especially during the afternoon hours. High 91, chance of rain 40%. Tonight, partly cloudy, chance of a thunderstorm. Low 76, chance of rain 30%. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Now on Weather Center Live, here we go again with more of this. Some ominous clouds out there, heavy downpours in the forecast today, strong winds, and yeah, even the chance for tornadoes. This morning, we'll be pinpointing the areas where we could see it all before the weekend comes to an end. And with those summer storms comes this. Thunder and lightning. Plenty of thunder and lightning out there today, this morning. We're going to be taking a look at some of the biggest lightning dangers and how you can protect yourself ahead of the next storm. Weather Center Live starts right now. Good morning. Welcome to Weather Center Live. I'm meteorologist Ray Stajic, and it's going to be another busy weekend for some. Record rainfall could be in the offing. Thanks for starting your Saturday morning with me and ending your night, possibly West Coast. Let's hear it. A lot going on this hour. Let's jump right into it. Our top weather stories we'll be covering include some of that heavy rainfall and the severe threat today and the weekend. Stormy in the southeast. Boy, that humidity's up, and the northeast is going to be dry, for now. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Severe storms here may nudge you out of bed this morning. Omaha, Des Moines, no warnings yet, but heavy rainfall and a lot of thunder and lightning. And heads up if you're out in the area lakes this afternoon in the southeast. Storms trying to blow up once again, but lakes, rivers, ocean in the northeast and New England, that looks pretty good to me. Plenty of sunshine, temperatures in the 80s. Well, you can call it a sign, and call it a first sign, what we could see plenty of today. Check this video out. Pretty ominous there, tornado. This was Hayes, Louisiana. The tornado came through yesterday afternoon, knocking down trees, power lines, destroying a barn. There were no injuries reported, luckily, in this storm, and the severe weather threat is not over just yet. Keeping a close eye on the chance for more storms and tornadoes as we head on through the day today in the upper Mississippi Valley. And as communities try to keep their heads above water, look at all the rain here. More rain is on the way this weekend. We've got areas that could see 2 to 5 inches of additional rainfall. There is some good news, however, as the Mississippi River starts to recede. The National Weather Service does not expect the weekend rain will cause the river to start rising again. However, with the water levels still at record highs, flooding is having a major impact on businesses who depend on the water to make money. And on the opposite end of the spectrum, we've got fire. And this is a different problem here out west. The wildfire continues to burn in Arizona. This is the San Juan fire. It's grown to 5,000 acres. Right now, close to 40 summer homes in the Red Cabin Ranch area have been evacuated as a precaution. But there could be some relief in sight. The winds are expected to be much calmer today. Crews are hoping to get a handle on the blaze. Now, blazing hot, or at least it will be eventually in Atlanta as we go through the week. Could be some of the hottest air of the season coming in by Tuesday, Wednesday. Hot, 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 though, when you factor in the humidity, even though air temps may only be in the upper 80s, near 90 in Atlanta over the weekend, with dew points in the 70s, it will feel hotter, I promise, and storms will be rolling around. But right now, the task at hand is where is the most impactful weather? We'll lead with that here this morning, and that's out across parts of the plains here where severe storms will be rolling through the weekend. This morning's impact is heavy rainfall and flooding. Could see some real heavy rain continuing to roll east now under these areas of thunderstorms. We kind of colorize the cloud tops to let you show where the coldest, the highest cloud tops are. Better vertical structure on thunderstorms means stronger storms and heavier precipitation. Now, most of it through Oklahoma now is light. A few showers kind of dissipating here out near Lawton and Interstate 44. And we've got more, though, to the north. Kansas, you're getting pounded this morning around Garden City. You're approaching all-time record rainfall for any given month. May have even gotten there already. Eastern parts of Nebraska, too. Heavy rain and thunderstorms. Now, the storms are not severe, but severe flooding could be occurring in some places, including Garden City until 5:15. The flood warning means flooding imminent or is occurring. Other places like Lacken and Sherlock also under the flash flood warning. Heavy rain in this area in green and red north of Interstate 70. Getting on up now into south central parts of Nebraska across Interstate 80. Rain coming down hard. Could be up to 1 to 2 inches here in a short period of time. And as we get into South Dakota, flash flood warnings, but most of the rainfall is dissipating. Certainly welcome news there. And some rain and thunderstorms going east of International Falls through the Arrowhead of Minnesota and heading on up into southern Canada. Now, for today, or for tomorrow, this is when we think the bigger severe weather threat's going to be. 4 in 10 chance of tornadoes through Minnesota, parts of eastern Nebraska, and even into South Dakota now. This is as we look ahead toward tomorrow as our Torcon indices are about a 4 in 10 chance, so 40% chance. Now, flood watches for North Dakota and western parts of Minnesota are still in effect, and also in eastern Nebraska and western parts of Iowa. But South Dakota and even on into Sioux Falls here, you've been dropped from the flood watches, so maybe less of a threat of flooding. And no threat here in the northeast and New England, expecting some absolutely gorgeous weather, kind of one of those days you like to brag about, right? Like, hey, it's raining at my house, and then you can like Facebook or do something with your friends and say, well, here's what I got. Show them a picture of that nice blue cobalt sky, because that's what we'll have. Look at this. Clouds are tough to find here. A commodity. If you found one, you're going to be one of the people who are pretty lucky, as high pressure is going to be, and that means sinking air in most cases. And in that case, in this case, in the northeast and New England, it means sinking air and plenty of mild temperatures. Good one in Syracuse, up to Cuse and Burlington and Boston, New York City and Philadelphia, and everybody in between here. I mean, through Pennsylvania and even Jersey, Maryland, even up toward Maine, most of us are going to see a beautiful start. Not so beautiful in the southeast. I mean, a couple of things going on. You've got humidity up, and then you've got thunderstorms. Thunderstorms that are actually blowing up here over the last few hours. out on the southeast coast off the Carolinas and the Florida coast. Now, something the Hurricane Center has their eyes on, but right now, not any chance in the short term of developing. 30% chance in the future of possibly some development. And some showers, thunder showers overnight, northwest Georgia into southeastern parts of Tennessee. They've woken somebody up, and this is why. Look at the dew points. Very high dew points, even in the mid and upper 70s around Panama City here in Florida. So very sticky morning, especially down into Florida and the eastern Carolinas. Temperatures are in the 70s, dew points in the upper 60s and low 70s. Yeah, it's air you can wear, right? You walk outside, just like, ugh, sticks right to you. It doesn't feel good at all, right? Especially on your exposed skin. That's where you're feeling it the most. Scattered storms in the forecast today from Atlanta on off toward Birmingham and even into the Carolinas tomorrow. More scattered showers and thunderstorms. Doesn't ruin your day, doesn't rain all day. If you don't know the drill yet, this is how it goes. If you're in green, it doesn't mean you're getting rain on any given days. This is the area that has the best chance of seeing the rain, even as we get into Monday. While not all lightning strikes are deadly, the effects can be felt for years to come, though. This morning, we're going behind the scenes and how the lightning does affect the body from head to toe. And we are going to continue to see what we're looking at as we look ahead toward I got World Cup in here. All right, USA versus Belgium. Some showers around and 30% chance of showers. So it doesn't look like we're going to see much in the way of wet weather in the forecast. So it does look like we will see some showers in the forecast for that game on Tuesday. Now, your 4th of July forecast. Scattered showers, thunderstorms in the Four Corners and the Southeast and possibly New England.
Hershey's Drops. Perfectly bite-sized drops of rich and creamy chocolate happiness. When the chocolate is Hershey's, life is delicious.
Our oath isn't an empty gesture. It isn't sealed with a pinky swear. It's the heart and soul of Terminix Nation. The Terminix Ultimate Protection Guarantee. A promise to destroy every spider, every roach, every foul pest in your home. A promise that is ironclad. 100% satisfaction or your money back. We'll meet them head on with our battle cry. Not here, not now, not in my house. Terminix.
For the year. Hi, sorry, just want to say I bundled home and auto with State Farm, saved $760. Love this guy. So
Okay, does it bother anybody else that the mime is talking? Freaky.
Savings worth talking about. State Farm.
This summer, save your Monday nights. The Coast Guard is back.
Look off to your starboard side.
And you can only find them on the Weather Channel. Woo! This Monday, the all-new season continues.
Here it comes. He's going to take it.
Coast Guard, Cape Disappointment. Monday night at 9, only on the Weather Channel.
Currently in our area, 76 degrees under clear skies. Today, variable clouds with scattered thunderstorms, especially during the afternoon hours. High 91, chance of rain 40%. Tonight, a stray thunderstorm or two this evening, otherwise partly cloudy. Low 75, chance of rain 30%. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Channel original series.
Every time I shoot a fish, when I'm wrestling them, that's when I'm scared.
Catching Hell, Sundays at 9 on the Weather Channel.
What's a born maker made from? From calloused hands, strong backs, from the shoulders of giants, from small steps and giant leaps, big ideas, sharp minds, from steel resolve, from blood, sweat, and gears. All the things that make a born maker made this. A car with swagger, intelligence, soul. A car that proves a well-made sedan doesn't have to cross an ocean to be worthy of the American road. We are born makers. We made this. The all-new Chrysler 200, America's import.
Things have changed.
Well, it may be hard to believe, but more people are struck by lightning than you may realize. And that group, 90% actually survive, but not without injury. This morning, our Mike Bettis and some of the country's top researchers show us the science behind lightning strikes from head to toe.
Two for the whole village or something.
Dr. Marianne Cooper, a former ER doctor in Chicago, has been studying lightning injuries for more than 30 years.
What physical change does the body go through when it's struck by lightning?
There's many ways that lightning can injure a person. It's so fast, and the physics of it's so different.
A lightning strike short-circuits the nervous system, which can stop the heart. Cardiac arrest is the #1 cause of death in lightning strike victims. The shock cuts off connections in the brain, and victims can show symptoms similar to a concussion, like confusion, amnesia, and memory loss. The broken paths can also mean trouble with balance, even temporary paralysis, particularly below the waist. There are also impacts to vision, temporary blindness, and injuries to the retina. And we can't ignore the heat from lightning. About 1/3 of lightning strike victims have burns. Most happen when sweat and rainwater become steam on the body. In some cases, the hot sweat has nowhere to escape.
That can cause a vapor explosion that blows off the clothing, blows off the shoes. When lightning comes down, it heats up the channel of air and causes tremendous expansion, and then it comes back. Being close to a lightning bolt is like being close to an explosion.
And that explosive force causes its own set of injuries, throwing people hundreds of feet, bruises to organs, and even burst eardrums. But regardless of how serious the injuries are, getting help quickly is essential.
CPR can be life-saving. Someone who's hit by lightning is not dangerous to touch. We know that lightning doesn't stick around for long anyway. It's gone like this. Well, it's also gone from the person.
But what came in a flash can leave a lifetime of repercussions. For Science Behind, I'm Mike Bettis.
All right, thanks, Mike. And we don't have to worry about that if you're out at the beaches, area lakes, or rivers here in the Northeast and New England. Check out the water vapor and that patch of very dry air that just moved on through. Northwest flow, puny show. That's what some of my chaser friends like to say. When you get a northwest flow, you usually have very little chance of having any severe weather. And there's none here. I mean, check this out. This air mass coming out of Canada. High equals dry, high equals dry. Make that little rhyme. Take it to the water cooler with you on Monday and say, hey, high pressure over the weekend. Wasn't it gorgeous? Well, it is. Certainly talking about it today. Burlington, Syracuse, Philly, New York, Boston, Portland, everybody in between. Everybody in the boat. Get in the boat. Area lakes, rivers, a lot of boating on the Hudson. You know that happens. Lake George up through Great Sacandaga Lake and elsewhere out across the Northeast and New England. It's going to be a good one. Slap on the sunscreen. You'll need it. Temperatures down just a bit here this morning by a few degrees in Albany, New York City, Philadelphia too, but really not extreme cool downs, but it's comfortable. Albany 60, New York City mild, 67 as it is in Philadelphia, Pittsburgh. You're up there at 69, so 50s and 60s for the most part. I can imagine in the nooks and crannies and through the Adirondacks, it's probably cooler. New York City, just look and enjoy. 85 degrees today, 83 tomorrow. Close to seasonable temperatures, slightly above. Just a beautiful weekend with plenty of sunshine. Maybe one of those weekends where you like to talk about. Be like, hey, remember that weekend we had? Well, that might be an exaggeration. And if you're putting a toe in the water, temperatures are in the 60s here, the water temp. So a little chilly, depends on what your tolerance is, or maybe you're doing one of those cold water challenges. I don't encourage it, but 60s, 70-degree temperatures down toward Ocean City and Virginia Beach. So even the ocean temps are starting to come up. But change coming in the 7-day forecast coming up next. So we need you to stay there. We'll show you how soon these thunderstorms will get into the east. Stay tuned.
I'm home.
Toilet's fixed.
Of all the things that happen on your wooden surfaces, disinfecting has to be one of them. Clorox Disinfecting Wipes.
School's out and summer's in. Kick off your road trip at Pep Boys Hit the Road Jack sales event. This week only, get a DIY oil change for just $14.99 after rebate. Or let us do it for you for only $21.99. Don't miss the Hit the Road Jack sales event. Trust the boys to get you there.
That's enough, Thunder Dragons. It's time to get a hotel.
Hey, Razor, check this out. We can save big with Priceline Express deals.
You know what, man? These guys ain't no dragons. They're cool. These deals are legit.
Yeah, we're cool. She's cool. We're cool.
Priceline Express deals are totally legit. Check this. Thousands of people book them every day and score killer deals. Now Priceline is piling on even more savings with its summer sale. So grab your giant beach towel and enter code SUMMER14. Look at me enjoying the deals.
At GMC, one incredible idea leads to another. Like the all-new GMC Sierra with an innovative cargo bed and LED lighting. A quiet cabin no competitor can beat. And 2 years of scheduled maintenance. Incredible thinking in the form of a truck. This month, use your special value pricing to get over $7,800 total value on this specially equipped GMC Sierra SLE.
Untamed fruit flavor. Jolly Rancher.
You told us your #1 Olive Garden dishes. Now they're part of our 2 for $25 guest favorites. Get your all-time favorites like creamy chicken Alfredo, plus unlimited salad and breadsticks and dessert. 2 for $25 guest favorites at Olive Garden.
Stanley Steamer Carpet Cleaning is certified by the Asthma and Allergy Foundation of America for a cleaner, healthier home. Call about our $99 carpet cleaning special.
Call 1-800-STEAMER. Stanley Steamer, your certified cleaner.
Monday morning on AMHQ, some 4th of July fireworks across the country could be canceled. Weather is to blame, and it's not just rainstorms. See what weather could be putting your city next on the list. And get your 4th of July forecast.
Sunny, sexy, sizzling.
People come here to live their dream.
Welcome to Miami Real Estate.
$5 million.
8.9.
$20 million.
Where these 3 agents each have a vice.
You might want to lay off the Botox, because apparently it's seeping into your brain.
I will never lose my Northeast class.
This is ridiculous. The high we're supposed to close tomorrow.
There really isn't any competition.
Yes.
$1 Million Listing Miami. All new every Wednesday at 9/8 Central. Only by Bravo.
$129 a year. For an agent, call 188-RAIN-914.
Single Christians, good news. ChristianMingle.com has over 13 million registered members. Nearly 4 million new members in the past year alone. Every day, members send more than 200,000 messages. I sent one of those messages and met my beautiful wife. That's good news. Join today and find God's match for you. Sometimes we wait for God to make the next move when God is saying it's your time to act. The next move is yours. Joining is easy and free. Join ChristianMingle.com today.
The Coasties are back, and Monday, the Weather Channel is the only place to find them. Coast Guard, Cape Disappointment. Monday nights at 9 on the Weather Channel.
Currently in our area, 76 degrees under clear skies. Today, variable clouds with scattered thunderstorms, especially during the afternoon hours. High 91, chance of rain 40%. Tonight, a stray thunderstorm or two this evening, otherwise partly cloudy. Low 75, chance of rain 30%. Here's our 7-day outlook.
All right, check this out. Pretty amazing sight here. This is Tybee Island out across southeast Georgia, and it looks like a water spout. Reports that at one point it was spinning near 40 miles an hour. This is just one of the several spouts spotted near the island this week. And maybe more coming over the next few days as showers, thunderstorms. Just seeing the 7-day forecast here will be in the forecast. So prolonged period on and off, rainfall, on again, off again, right? Like the bad relationship goes. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. Sometimes it's right in between. And showers, thunderstorms will be severe out across the plains here. And this is where we've got the best chance of strong storms with heavy rain, wind, isolated tornadoes today. Scattered showers, thunder showers out across the southeast, but beautiful weather in the northeast. And out west, no relief for the San Juan fire here. There's no rain in the forecast, maybe out across the northwestern part of the U.S. Tomorrow, more scattered showers and thunderstorms could get into Chicago, maybe Minneapolis down toward Des Moines, some severe storms, and maybe a heightened severe weather risk with a better chance of maybe seeing some tornadoes tomorrow. And then we'll watch this front slide on off toward the east, and the showers, thunder showers starting to get into parts of the mid-Atlantic around Washington, D.C., but not New York, Boston. Temperatures in the low 80s. And thunderstorms as you get into Monday in Chicago, maybe Des Moines and the Quad Cities could produce some heavier downpours. On Tuesday, scattered showers and thunder showers heading on off toward the east, lower to middle 80s, New York City and Boston. Even Nashville getting in on the act. But look at that 94. Could be the hottest day so far this year. In Atlanta, 94 degrees, the forecast high. And up toward the north around Minneapolis, about 70. Chicago, you're going to be at 82 degrees. So it does look like some better weather coming in after a couple of stormy days, maybe Monday, Tuesday in Chicago. West staying dry, but look at this now. Some moisture trying to get into New Mexico and even into Colorado, Denver, maybe some storms by Tuesday with daytime high temperatures getting into the 70s. Wednesday now, as we start getting a little bit closer to the 4th of July holiday, if you start traveling on this day through Wisconsin, maybe around Eau Claire and even out into Stevens Point, maybe some showers, and boundary hanging up here out across the southeast, the mid-Atlantic, and up the east coast with the chance for showers and thunderstorms. New York City down toward Atlanta and everybody in between. Not a washout, but certainly the chance of seeing a little bit of wet weather coming on in. Well, no doubt your garden and yard are in full bloom this time of year, but something as simple as a tree ring can make a big difference in your yard. It's a quick and easy weekend project, and we're going to show you how right now in today's Project of the Week.
As you're working to improve your lawn and garden this spring, here's a great project to consider. How about enhancing an existing tree with a tree ring? To start, define the ring by tying a string loosely around the tree and use it as a large compass so you can mark the lawn with chalk or spray paint and define the ring. 3 to 6 feet is a good length for this radius. Mark a second circle a few inches inside the first one so you can dig out the sod or mulch and create a level foundation for the ring. Pack down the soil with a tamp before you add a 2-inch layer of bedding sand and then use the tamp to pack down the sand. Now the circle itself is made from wall blocks like these, the kind that are keystone shaped. Now these are laid around the circle so that the wider side is facing outward. Now once you have the first row in place, with the top side of all the pieces level, you can begin the next course. Now you want to make sure you stagger the blocks so there are no continuous vertical seams. Now you don't need any mortar between layers because the small lip on the inner edge of the block will keep them from moving forward, and their keystone shape will keep them from moving inward. When the wall is at the height that you want, you can add topsoil inside the ring and plant the area with shade-tolerant plants. A 2-inch layer of mulch will help control weeds, but be careful not to crowd the tree trunk with the topsoil or the mulch. Now your tree ring is complete, and you've added a beautiful focal point to your yard.
All right, and for more ideas, more projects of the week from Home Depot, you can head to weather.com/Home Depot. All right, now let's get into the last couple of days here of our 7-day forecast, and that includes on Thursday, showers and thunder showers continuing through parts of the southeast, maybe through New England and back into the Intermountain West and possibly into Arizona now. Could that be monsoon moisture? Friday, 4th of July coming in, just a little bit of wet weather around the corners here in the forecast.
Project of the Week is brought to you by the Home Depot. More saving, more doing. That's the power of the Home Depot.
Let's try on a new coat, one that covers better, lasts longer, and protects us from the elements, inside and out. Let's go to the place with the best paint, take it home for less, then rock and roll. Let's do the one thing that changes everything. Let's do this. More saving, more doing. That's the power of the Home Depot. Right now, get $5 off cans and $20 off buckets of select paints and stains.
At Panera Bread, we fill our freshly baked flatbread with bold, unflat flavors, like taste inspired by the freshness of the Mediterranean. So you always get flavor that's anything but flat. New flatbread sandwiches. Try one today.
Find your Panera Bread favorite and share with us. Hashtag Panera Faves.
Will new Twizzlers Mixed Berry Bites ever end their rivalry with new Jolly Rancher-filled gummy bites? Not today. Bites, little greatness.
Hi, Adam Richmond here, guy from TV/beefeater/burger lover. Be sure you have 100% beef that's all natural, like this ground beef that I picked up at Walmart. For a great burger, here's a tip for grilling it up just right. Leave your burgers in peace. Don't poke them, don't move them, and definitely don't press them down with a spatula. Just throw them on a grill, flip it once, and you're on your way to burger bliss.
Try ground beef from Walmart today. It's 100% guaranteed or your money back.
What if a photo were more than a memory? What if it were more than something to share? What if a photo could build that shelf you've always wanted? Or fix a leaky faucet? Or even give you your Saturday back? The new SnapFix app revolutionizes local service. Just snap a photo and Angie's List coordinates a top-rated provider to do the work on your schedule.
The app makes it easy. The power of Angie's List makes it work. Download SnapFix for free.
We all want a stylish living room, but what if you don't have a team of designers, or unlimited amounts of money, or camera-ready lighting, or even an industrial-size hair fan? Well, you can still have all the style and comfort you want with the surprisingly affordable Urban Attitudes collection from Lazy Boy. The dress stays.
The red, white, and blue sale. 36-month special financing available.
Urban Attitudes from Lazy Boy. Live life comfortably.
Am I missing a deadline? Will I get there in time? Am I going too fast? Did I close the garage door? Stay in your lane. I don't think I sent that email. I should make a reservation. I thought it was clear. Okay, brake. I didn't see that coming.
Its instinct to protect leaves you free to drive. Lease the Infiniti Q50 for $369 a month. This summer, save your Monday nights. The Coast Guard is back.
Look off to your starboard side.
And you can only find them on the Weather Channel. Woo! This Monday, the all-new season continues.
Here it comes. He's gonna take it.
Coast Guard, Cape Disappointment. Monday night at 9, only on the Weather Channel.
Currently in our area, 76 degrees under clear skies. Today, variable clouds with scattered thunderstorms, especially during the afternoon hours. High 91, chance of rain 40%. Tonight, a stray thunderstorm or two this evening, otherwise partly cloudy. Low 75, chance of rain 30%. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Weather Channel original series.
This is a dangerous job.
Catching Hell. Sundays at 9 on the Weather Channel.
Now on Weather Center Live, a severe situation for many of you this weekend out across the central U.S. Maybe more of this. Look at these dark clouds, heavy rain, thunderstorms, severe weather in the plains and the upper Mississippi Valley. A look at the areas that could see hail, damaging winds, maybe even tornadoes before today is over and maybe tomorrow. And we're helping you make the best of this 4th of July weekend, maybe the best ever. Look at what you can expect to celebrate the holiday and some of your favorite beach destinations. Weather Center Live continues right now. Good morning. Welcome to Weather Center Live. I'm meteorologist Ray Stajic. And so far, it's been a quiet hurricane season. But at any time, that could change. We're getting you ready for what could come our way. But first, we're going to get you out in front with our big weather stories. The top three here. What we're looking at is the severe Midwest threat. Heavy rainfall right now, but those storms could go severe later today and tomorrow. Stormy in the southeast and dry in the northeast, at least for now. Here's your threat for bigger storms: wind, hail, isolated tornadoes, and the areas in red. Areas in orange could also get some bigger storms. And just because there's no red or orange here, these scattered storms in the afternoon out across the southeast could pulse severe at times. No severe here. The northeast actually looking good. Some of the best weather in the nation in the northeast and New England. Well, not so nice in Galveston, Texas. A big cleanup job underway. There's a chance we could see more thunderstorms to come. Maybe not in Texas, but in Central Plains states. On Thursday, a tornado did tear through a mobile home park in Bayou Vista area, leaving quite a mess behind. Today, we're watching for more severe weather in the northern plains and the upper Midwest. Areas from Minnesota to Missouri and Kansas could see severe storms with hail and even possible tornadoes. And in the south, we're talking about more stormy weather with plenty of thunder and lightning. Not severe, but summer storms are going to be moving back in. Check this out. Nice video there. Wow, a lot of fire in the sky. Spartanburg, South Carolina. As the heat builds up this weekend, so we'll see our chances for storms building up too in the Carolinas, Georgia and Florida. And it's not looking like things will start to clear out maybe until early next week. Well, it's going to be a beautiful one here. Name that shot. It's an easy one. And it even tells you up in the upper left-hand corner. Good morning, New York City. Talking about it yesterday on our radio affiliate, 710 WOR radio on the AM radio dial. Looks like it's going to be a great one. The great weather is going to be continuing right through the upcoming weekend out across the Northeast. Not so nice, though, where our severe threat's going to be. Heavy rainfall and severe storms through the weekend through the plains, maybe into the upper Midwest. Right now, things getting pretty busy, not in terms of active warnings, but in this cluster of rain and thunderstorms under our clouds here. And infrared satellite colorizes the cloud tops. We use it to show you the colder cloud tops. It measures temperature. And anytime you've got higher, colder cloud tops, you've got enhanced precipitation underneath. That's what you need, better vertical development. And that's what we have with the rain and thunderstorms. In Oklahoma, really not coming down all that hard. It's more intermittent, more hit and miss with the wipers. You go back and forth a few times, you're done, you're out of it. Oak City, get ready for a few showers across I-35 northbound. Here's where the more concentrated area of rain is. Into Kansas now, Garden City, Dodge City. Do have some flash flood warnings up, and Garden City, you're in that flash flood warning, and you may have broken your all-time wettest month on record. Still waiting for a notification, but you were pretty close earlier this morning, and then this rain came on through, and one of our forecasters, the Global Forecast Center, Matt Crowther, came in and kind of mentioned it, that they may actually break their all-time record here this morning. But these storms are continuing to roll slowly south and east and training a bit too. And flash flood warnings will stay in effect here until 5:15 this morning in the previously mentioned areas. Now the rain's rolling east and north of I-70, northern parts of Kansas and into Nebraska now. Some heavy rainfall. Concordia, get ready. Some heavy rain on your doorstep. And then further toward the north, this is northern South Dakota and southern North Dakota. Flash flood warning at Corson County here, right on the border, as some rain and thunderstorms rolling on through over already areas that have seen heavy rain and flooding. So these flash flood warnings in the areas that have already seen rain will come out pretty quick. Through the Arrowhead of Minnesota now, north of leading and heading into southern Canada and west of Pickett Lake. Some showers, thunder showers, none severe, but they're there. Flood watches up in green. Bismarck, you're in it. Omaha, you're in it. Those flood watches mean the flooding potential exists in and around the watch area. Severe storm threat. Best chance tomorrow. Torcons are 4 and 10, not only in Nebraska, but parts of southwest Minnesota and even on into southeastern South Dakota. 40% chance of a tornado within a 50-mile radius. So it's not great, but it's there. But it's not here in the Northeast and New England. I mean, this is the kind of stuff you just kind of want to lean back and kind of tell your friends about. Yeah, you're cool. You're cool in the Northeast, New England. Check it out. Not a cloud in the sky. Beautiful. Even back toward the west as you get into the Ohio Valley. High pressure is in. You know what I'm going to say, right? High equals dry. High equals dry. A little rhyme you can make, and beautiful weather. Nice, comfortable temperatures. Humidity down. Temperatures going up a little bit. As we'll have a pretty mild day today out across the Northeast. And you want to see your temperatures? Well, 10 past the hour. Going to get a little bit more in depth on your Northeast temps. Southeast, more of the same. Lather, rinse, and repeat, right? Just like every day you're doing it. Showers, thunder showers around. And even this that will touch at 52 past the hour. Cluster of thunderstorms that the Hurricane Center has its eyes on. The story is going to be the heat and the humidity going up out across the southeast. Even some showers there out across northwest Georgia. Humidity's high with these high dew points. And temperatures will be going up today once again as we'll get into the 90s. Oh, bring back the sirens. That's what one community is asking for in Ohio after a tornado caught families off guard. As the Brunswick community talks of bringing back the sirens, this morning Scott Newell has a reaction from those who had little to no warning about the tornado.
When the tornado hit shortly before 7 p.m., many in Brunswick headed for their basements. And when Maureen McNamee came back up,
and I just opened up the back door and just started yelling for help until the fireman came and he rescued me.
The McNamee's house was the most badly damaged of 45 buildings struck by winds that reached up to 110 miles an hour. The McNamee's roof was gone, walls upstairs missing. Something else was missing too, advance warning.
We got no warning until after everything hit.
The tornado formed so suddenly, the National Weather Service did not issue any tornado alert. But even if it had, the sirens in Brunswick haven't worked in years.
Several years ago, someone was able to remotely hack into the system and able to activate the sirens at, say, like 2 o'clock in the morning.
So Brunswick turned off the sirens, and like many communities, now communicates warnings by phone. Brunswick uses Code Red. It's one of many warning systems that can mass dial phones, anybody who's registered, cell phones, landlines. And even though a lot of the residents here like it, many of them would like to see the sirens come back.
Everyone doesn't have home phones. Everyone doesn't, have phones. And we certainly did hear those sirens when they used to go off. So I think it would be great if we could hear the sirens again.
Based on what's going to happen subsequent to the tornado hitting, that will be up to the city leaders to make a decision as far as how they want to proceed with this.
For now, they're making remarkable progress, cleaning up after this latest storm, and hoping they won't have to use any warning system for a long time to come. For the Weather Channel in Brunswick, Ohio, I'm Scott Newell.
All right, welcome back. Now, as we go through the next couple of days, we're going to continue to watch for showers, thunderstorms rolling on off toward the east. We've got some areas that are actually going to see some pretty hefty rainfall. Southeast will continue to see some storms, and we are going to watch as these storms roll on off toward the east. The heat's going to be building in the southeast. I mean, we're talking about temperatures getting into the 90s, and as those 90s go on through, we'll continue to see heat indices go up also in places like Atlanta, maybe through the Carolinas, and we'll take a look even at your 4th of July forecast, all coming up in the next hour.
Currently in our area, 76 degrees under clear skies. Today, variable clouds with scattered thunderstorms, especially during the afternoon hours. High 91, chance of rain 40%. Tonight, a stray thunderstorm or two this evening, otherwise partly cloudy. Low 75, chance of rain 30%. Here's our 7-day outlook.
When your house loses power, it can be tough for your family. But not if your family has a Kohler generator. Restores power automatically in as little as 10 seconds and is backed by a 5-year limited warranty. Kohler generators. Keep your family flowing.
When the power goes out, you'll go on. Contact your Kohler Generators dealer today.
Now at Boston Market, try our new Kentucky Bourbon Barbecue Sauce. A bold new taste for our St. Louis-style ribs with the perfect amount of heat. Also tastes great on our rotisserie chicken. Kentucky Bourbon Barbecue Sauce. Only for a limited time at Boston Market.
Make your way into Boston Market. Time for something good.
Introducing York Minis. A bite-sized new way to enjoy the full-size sensation of peppermint and rich dark chocolate. New York Minis. Get the sensation.
To you, they're more than just a pet, so protect them with Canine Advantix 2. Its broad-spectrum protection kills fleas, ticks, and mosquitoes, too. Canine Advantix 2, for the love of dogs.
We are born makers. We make inspiring things that go beyond the expected and get people talking. Things that make you wonder how you ever lived without them. The all-new Chrysler 200, America's import.
Things have changed.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
You're covered, Kevin. Blah, blah, insurance. Person, come help.
Hey, Grandma. 6 callers ahead of us, Jimmy.
Having insurance isn't the same as having State Farm. There to help you get to a better...
You have such a wonderful aura.
Of all the things that happen on your counters,
Dad?
Namaste. Disinfecting should be one of them. Clorox Disinfecting Wipes.
Really? So our business can be on AT&T's network for $175 a month?
Yep, all 5 of you for $175.
Our clients need a lot of attention.
There's unlimited talk and text.
We're working deals all day.
You get 10 gigabytes of data to share.
What about expansion potential?
Add a line anytime for $15 a month.
Low dues, great terms.
Let's close.
Introducing AT&T Mobile Share Value Plans with our best ever pricing for business.
My football contract forbids me from riding motorcycles. That's a problem, because I really want to ride the new Can-Am Spyder. Luckily, I found a loophole.
You're retiring?
I'm retiring. It has it all. An exhilarating ride with awesome stability and control.
There's no better time to buy a Can-Am Spyder. Now through July 31st, get up to a $4,000 rebate on select models, plus a 3-year warranty. Watch the ride that made Drew's agent cry at CanAmSpyder.com.
All right, gearing up, less than a week away now from the 4th of July, and here's a look at your Independence Day forecasts. Showers, New England. Doesn't look like widespread rain. Dry for a lot of the country here from the Ohio Valley out across even parts of the southeast. It's closer to the Gulf Coast you get in the coastal areas of the Carolinas, where we may see scattered showers and thunderstorms. Thunderstorms also out across the Intermountain West. And as we bring back this Lightning Awareness Week and bring it to an end, we are going to continue to share advice that could help you save your life. As Alex Wilson shows us, Dr. Megavolt knows all too well the dangers of lightning.
Meet Dr. Austin Richards, also known as Dr. Megavolt. Richards has a PhD in physics and has dedicated his life to understanding electricity. With the help of a specially designed suit and a Tesla coil, he's found a way to harness and showcase the power of Mother Nature. During an interview for the Weather Channel program Freaks of Nature, Richard talked about the first time he ran 2 million volts of electricity through his special suit.
It's really exciting because it's going to discharge a hell of a lot of energy in a very short time into the suit, and I've never done that before.
It's Austin's turn to suit up and take on a bolt of lightning that has the power to kill him instantly. And I get to push the button.
Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Dr. Megavolt has been performing his amazing lightning act for over 16 years and has traveled all over the world with his show. He knows the dangers of his act and every once in a while directly feels the power of electricity.
It's not like touching a doorknob in the winter when you've been walking on carpet. I felt my muscles vibrating. My muscles were contracting at 60 hertz. I could feel my muscles lock up.
Dr. Megavolt has to deal with the dangers of lightning in nature just like all of us. Where does Dr. Megavolt feel the safest? So where does he go when a lightning storm approaches?
If you are outside and there's a thunderstorm coming, the best thing to do is get inside or get into your car and close the windows. The car will act as a shield from lightning, just like my suit does.
I'm Alex Wilson, the Weather Channel.
And now we're going to get you traveling as areas of orange and yellow here are areas of rainfall where you may have to slow the roll a little bit or give yourself some extra time this morning if you're up. Obviously, you're up and you're getting ready to take a trip. And, you know, if it took 30 minutes, maybe it's going to take 45 or maybe an hour. So you might want to leave a little early. Shouldn't be too many delays here. Oak City as you go westbound, just some showers coming in. The occasional rumble of thunder, but this is big problems. All right. I-70 right through Kansas here. Heavy rain, thunderstorms. Lucky at least it has some movement toward the west, but it's moving very slowly, and that's why we're getting flash flooding. Dodge City now about to take it on the chin. Finney, Gray, Hodgman, those counties under flash flood warning now until 7 o'clock this morning for this heavy rain that's sagging south, so at least there's some movement. And the heavy rain now heading south of Dodge City and Garden City, where you may be approaching or may have already gotten to your all-time wettest month on record ever. It's only probably 130-something, 140 years, but still significant. And heavy rain on I-70 as you get through parts of Kansas. And then we're going to do what I love to do, and that's called spin the radar. If you're in Lincoln or you're in Nebraska City or Omaha, here it comes. All the rain is coming basically west to east, and this is looking west now and shows what you can expect if you are driving west out of Omaha. Rain, thunderstorms coming in, because here it is as we head on up into North and South Dakota. Right there's the border of North and South Dakota. We've still got a couple of areas of flash flood warnings, but the rain's less, and these are really for rain that's already fallen too. And check out the rain along Interstate 80 and just north. Over the last 2 days, 6.2 inches just northwest and west of Des Moines. Plenty of areas, 3, 4, 6 inches. Sioux City saw a lot of rainfall, and it looks like we are going to continue to see more rain. All right, coming up next, we're going to talk about the tropics, 52 past the hour, and areas for development. Most favored areas are here, out across the Gulf of Mexico, and also the southeast coast. And that's an area where we're currently watching something. Do have a storm that is coming your way, and while you may not have those windows boarded and a place for you and your family, what about the family car? This morning, we're raising your IQ with a Hurricane IQ coming up next.
Presenting the science behind Behr's most advanced exterior paint and primer ever. Behr Marquee. In competitive tests, Behr came out on top. The tough non-stick surface resists dirt buildup. The advanced UV protection makes the color last longer. Behr makes the beauty yours to keep. With Behr Marquee. Exclusively at the Home Depot. Good, better, Behr.
This is the Quicksilver Cashback Card from Capital One. It's not the limit your hard-earned cashback card. It's not the confused by rotating categories card. It's the no category gaming, no look passing, clear the lane, I'm going up strong, backboard breaking cashback card. This is the Quicksilver Cashback Card from Capital One. Unlimited 1.5% cashback on every purchase every single day. I'll ask again. What's in your wallet?
iHeartRadio is the one app where you can hear all your favorite live radio stations from all over the country. And you can create your own custom stations using your favorite artists. Millions of songs, thousands of stations, one free app. iHeartRadio is just that easy.
Currently in our area, 76 degrees under clear skies. Today, variable clouds with scattered thunderstorms, especially during the afternoon hours. High 91. Chance of rain 40%. Tonight, a stray thunderstorm or two this evening, otherwise partly cloudy. Low 75. Chance of rain 30%. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Thunder Dragons.
to get a hotel.
Hey, Razor, check this out. We can save big with Priceline Express deals.
You know what, man? These guys ain't no dragons.
They're cool. These deals are legit.
Hey, we're cool.
She's cool. We're cool.
Priceline Express deals are totally legit. Check this. Thousands of people book them every day and score killer deals. Now Priceline is piling on even more savings with its summer sale. So grab your giant beach towel and enter code SUMMER14. Look at me enjoying the deals.
Welcome to No Man's Land. It's a place you've been before, but it's not on any map. So go out there, lose yourself, and find the truth. We're all born wild. Let's keep it that way. The 2014 4Runner. Toyota. Let's go places.
Summer days drifting away to the summer nights.
You know, some people have told me reverse mortgages sound too good to be true. I mean, you get cash out of your home, no monthly payments, and still own your home. There's got to be a catch, right, Jesse? Well, there isn't. It's like any other mortgage, only with a reverse mortgage, the loan's paid back when the last borrower leaves the home. In fact, reverse mortgages are based on a notion that President Reagan signed into law over 25 years ago in order to help seniors remain in their homes. They're simply an effective way for folks just like you to get the cash you need to enjoy your retirement.
Call 1-800-873-5273 now to receive a new free information kit, including a reverse mortgage guide and DVD, personal stories from people like you, and a brand new family guide for children and loved ones, all absolutely free with no obligation. With a government-insured tax-free reverse mortgage from AAG, you always retain complete ownership of your home. Call 1-800-873-5273 to receive your free info kit today.
To get a free brochure. 1-800-382-1905.
The Weather Channel's new morning show.
It all starts with the weather.
America's morning headquarters with Sam Champion. Weekday mornings at 7, only on the Weather Channel.
Tropical update time, and we're off the southeast coast here. And, you know, you look at this and you say, wow, look at this big area of thunderstorms. And this is an area that actually the Hurricane Center has got its eyes on. And over the next 5 days, 30% chance of development. In the short term, no, but it does look like at least a slight chance this could develop into something tropical, maybe subtropical, because it is in an area that's favorable for development this time of year. Typical June origins, the Gulf of Mexico, especially the Northeast Gulf. And there's this area right off the southeast coast where those thunderstorms currently are. Still no circulation to deal with there, just an area of thunderstorms that we'll just keep an eye on. And one storm every 1 to 2 years. So we're in June, and typically in June, it's not a busy month. So I really don't want people letting their guard down, because in 1968 we had 3 storms. 3 named storms. Doesn't look like we're getting that. A little bit closer now. You can see Savannah, and here's Charleston. Now, as we said, big area of convection, a.k.a. thunderstorms, and looks like they're now dying down, but there's nothing really organized underneath. No low-level spin, no circulation, so it is something that in the long term we'll keep an eye on. Other than that, looks good through the Gulf. We're heading out on a fishing charter this morning, even down near Cuba and Puerto Rico. Things looking pretty dry. And then I just decided to look for something else to look at, and there's a cluster of thunderstorms out over western parts of Africa. This isn't the time of year for this area to develop, so we don't expect that to do anything. As we get into August and the peak of hurricane season in September, we'll look out to the eastern Atlantic. Now, in the eastern Pacific, Invest 96E is one area we're looking at. Winds are currently 25 miles per hour, pressure 1,008 millibars, and an 80% chance of that potentially becoming a tropical depression or storm, and maybe move on off toward the north and northeast. And then a second area, actually, to watch here in the eastern Pacific, closer to Central America. So one area back here, and then the second area is an area to watch with a lower chance of development. So a couple of things going on in the East Pac. Kind of have one entity in here, and then that second one back here near Central America. Certainly could have impact on maybe coastal Mexico and maybe the Baja of California, at least that first area, 96E, as soon as this dry air starts retreating, which it is, some of the forecast guidance trying to take it on up here and make a pretty close run here at the Baja of California. We'll certainly keep our eyes on it. And if we do get that next storm, in the eastern Pacific, it would be Douglas. 80% chance of a depression or maybe a storm, so maybe we do have Douglas by the end of the weekend. And as we jump back stateside and we look at severe weather, nothing severe this morning in terms of severe thunderstorm or tornado warnings, but flash flood warnings now. Head on down near Dodge City and also into north central parts of Kansas. Heavy rain right now, the biggest impact from all these thunderstorms. So expect to see more heavy rainfall. These warnings still in effect here for the next few minutes, but the heaviest rain now is pushing south of Garden City and south of Ingalls, but this flash flood warning will remain in effect for just over the next 20 minutes. It'll expire and then move south. Most likely some of this heavy rain and thunderstorms will, as these heavy rain showers are continuing. Look at this as we are in central Kansas here around Hayes and off toward Ellsworth and Lincoln Center. Very heavy rainfall around Russell. All this rain continuing to fall on saturated grounds, places like Garden City actually running themselves up to what could be an area that could see record rain, all-time record rain in Garden City. They're certainly getting close, and they may even be there. We'll have to check that, and certainly have more on that coming up at 7 o'clock in the next hour. Well, all is quiet in the tropics right now, as we just showed you, but now is the time to prepare for what could head our way. Chances are you probably haven't thought about it, but if a hurricane threatens you, do you know how to protect your car? This morning, Senior Hurricane Specialist Brian Norcross gives us a look at the safest place to park.
Cars floating down flooded streets. It happens so often in a hurricane. It turns out that finding a safe place to park can be surprisingly hard, so you need to think about it now. So the question is, where is the safest place to park during a hurricane? While a parking garage may not seem like an ideal place to be during a storm, it is. They're usually built with steel-reinforced concrete, which makes them very stable and a good place to shelter in. When hurricane-force winds hit a large building like a garage, the air is forced around and over, and surprisingly little wind goes through the garage. The support columns and even the vehicles inside slow down any wind that does come through. Park your car near the center if you can, away from the openings. Get high enough to be above any flooding on the lower floors, and remember, the winds will be higher on the upper floors. So here's what you need to know. To protect your car in a storm, find out where a parking garage is near you and make a plan to park there in advance. To keep yourself safe during a storm, you can use the parking garage as a place of refuge as a last resort if the owner allows it. And if you do, stay as close to the interior as possible.
All right, get ready to check out J-Lo and a number of your favorite artists on the television broadcast of the iHeartRadio Ultimate Pool Party Wednesday, July 9th on the CW. Here's a look at the forecast for the Ultimate Beach Party, as the forecast through the weekend calls for thunderstorms and highs in the upper 80s.
Currently in our area, 76 degrees under clear skies. Today, variable clouds with scattered thunderstorms, especially during the afternoon hours. High 91, chance of rain 40%. Tonight, a stray thunderstorm or two this evening, otherwise partly cloudy. Low 75, chance of rain 30%. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Now on Weather Center Live, here we go again. More of this in the forecast for today. Dark clouds, rain, heavy downpours, strong winds, yes, even tornadoes. Low chance, but it's there this morning. Going to impact and pinpoint the areas that could see it all before the weekend comes to an end. And with those summer storms comes thunder and lightning. Check this out. Fire in the sky here, and there could be more over the weekend. We're going to take a look at some of the biggest lightning dangers and how you can protect yourself ahead of the next storm. Weather Center Live starts right now. Good Saturday morning. Welcome to Weather Center Live. I'm meteorologist Ray Stajic, and thanks for starting your morning or even your late night West Coasters with me. A lot going on this hour, so let's jump right into it. Our top weather stories we're going to cover over the next hour. We get ready to wrap it up here on a Saturday morning. Midwest severe threat, stormy southeast, the northeast. Ooh la la. Going to be a beautiful one in the northeast, but not so beautiful here. Impacts include wind, hail, heavy rain, especially this morning. And the storms get going again, mainly in the afternoon here out across the southeast. Not everybody in green gets wet, but humidity high, rain chances there. Not in the northeast. Looks like another beautiful one, another beautiful weekend coming up all across New England, the northeast, and even the mid-Atlantic states. They could call it a first sign of what we could see plenty of today. This video, a tornado. Look at that. Pretty decent size one, too, in Hayes, Louisiana yesterday. Tornado came through in the afternoon, knocking down trees, power lines, destroying a barn. Good news, though, no injuries reported. Severe weather threat not over, at least not at this time. Today, we're keeping a close eye on the chance for more tornadoes. They'll be in the upper Mississippi Valley and out across the Plain States. And as communities try to keep their heads above water, you can see here in the Midwest, some of this rainfall sticking around. More rain is on the way, unfortunately. Some areas could see 2 to 5 inches of rain. There is some good news, though, as the Mississippi River starts to recede. The National Weather Service does not believe that the weekend rain will cause the river to start rising again. However, with water levels still at record highs, flooding is going to have a major impact on businesses who depend on the water to make money. And we're out in Arizona where the San Juan fire continues to burn. So a whole different set of problems out here with more than 5,000 acres burned. Right now, close to 40 summer homes in the Red Cabin Ranch area have been evacuated as a precaution. There could be some relief in sight. Winds expected to back off. Crews are hoping at that point they could start getting a handle on that blaze. All right, let's take a look now into, I believe, Atlanta, Georgia. Is that where we're going to? Yeah, looky there. I love it when a plan works out. It's going to stay hot. And not in terms of your actual numbers. I mean, your car thermometer, the first number may not be a 9. It might be an 8 in Atlanta. But when you factor in 70-something dew points, it's going to feel like 90-something today, tomorrow, through next week. So a hot start and a warm finish today. It's like a good-looking day, though, there in Atlanta. Storms off to the north. Get to that in a second. Now, where we really have the rain rolling, through the central part of the U.S. and severe storms through the weekend. Now, it's not like one of these historic severe weather outbreaks, but maybe a small outbreak. This morning, none of the storms are severe, just a lot of rain under the clouds here. I'm a Picasso, right? And we take the paint and we colorize the cloud tops, the colder cloud tops. We use red. Higher vertical development, all right, higher cloud tops, better development, better vertical structure means heavier rain, right? And here it is. Not so much in Oklahoma, but higher, colder cloud tops producing isolated thunderstorms west of Oklahoma City, around Elk City and southeast of Woodward. So wipers on, umbrellas needed this morning as you head out. Kansas, this is where you're really getting it. Impactful weather in terms of the rain and thunderstorms. Heavy rain now moving out of Garden City, even south now of Dodge City, but still flood warnings in effect, including Garden City here. Gray, Kearney, Finney counties. And now the rain, though, luckily moving south, but heavy rain in the forecast here through the day, and even in East Kansas. Concordia, get ready, heavy rain on the way. Salina back toward Hutchinson, heavy rain and thunderstorms. And, you know, I've taken the lightning tracker off because the storms aren't severe, but there is lightning here. But underneath these clouds and this rain, the rain is staying in saturated ground, so it's not going to be long before flash flooding can occur, especially in South and North Dakota, too. This is northern South Dakota, and there's the border with North and South Dakota, and this is southern North Dakota. Got it? North, south, and north. And this is a flash flood warning. Either way, more showers, more thunder showers coming through. And even in the Arrowhead of Minnesota, we do have some rain around. It's all exiting now, getting into Canada, but more is coming back for the weekend. Now, here's your flood watches in North Dakota. None in South Dakota, but most of north, central, and eastern North Dakota. Flash flood watches, even in Omaha and western parts of Iowa, too. Flash flood watch, meaning flooding possible. Torque odds for tomorrow. All right, this is the better chance of tornadoes, a 40% chance out across the plains, southeastern South Dakota, southwestern Minnesota. Minnesota, 4 in 10 chance. So 40% of a tornado, 40% chance within a 50-mile radius. So it's there. It's not high, but there is a chance of some severe weather. And beautiful here out across the Northeast and New England. This is the area where you're going to want to be if you pick the weekend to say, hey, let's go to New York City. Or, hey, let's go to Washington, D.C. or Philadelphia. Picked a good one. Not a cloud in the sky this morning. Well, there's a few, but not many. High pressure is coming in. Temperatures are going up. Southwesterly flow means beautiful weather. Plenty of sunshine around. Philly, New York, Syracuse, right through Sunday. Burlington, even Portland. Get out in the lakes, the rivers. Even go into the ocean. Water's a little chilly, though. Water temperatures are in the 60s. We're going to get more in a couple of minutes. At 10 past the hour, and doing a little bit more enhanced Northeast update, so stay there. Southeast, warm, muggy, tropical feel to the air mass, right? You walk outside, it's kind of like, yeah, there's the air. It's messy, it's ugly, it's humid. And then off the southeast coast, this area of thunderstorms kind of sitting out across the southeast with a little interest from the Hurricane Center. But right now, believe it or not, nothing forecast to develop. It does look impressive. Had a few showers go through northwest Georgia that are now dissipating as they go northwest of Dalton and into Tennessee. Steamy in the southeast. Very steamy indeed, as dew points are in the 60s and 70s. So a very humid air mass. And, you know, it's going to be unstable in the afternoon with daytime heating. And it's like if you blink, something's going to go off. Temperatures are in the 70s, so 70-degree dew points, 70-degree temperatures, all leading to what actually is going to be a very humid day today. Well, for years, we've heard about don't stand by the window or you could get struck by lightning. Or that talking on your phone, you could actually increase your chances of getting struck by lightning. But how much of that is really true? Well, this morning we're going to be taking down some of the biggest lightning myths. And some of those myths are actually kind of funny. Here's your 4th of July forecast. This is for next Friday, 6 days from now. And let's set off some showers, thunderstorms out across the southeast. Also across the west and Four Corners region, maybe into Arizona. That would be welcome news, but percentage-wise, much of the nation is actually dry. More coming up on the Northeast forecast after Local on the 8s.
They lived.
They lived.
They lived.
We lived, thanks to our Subaru.
Love. It's what makes a Subaru a Subaru.
I'm home.
Everything's fine.
Of all the things that happen on your wooden surfaces, disinfecting has to be one of them. Clorox Disinfecting Wipes.
Summer, save your Monday nights. The Coast Guard is back.
Look off to your starboard side.
And you can only find them on the Weather Channel. Woo! This Monday, the all-new season continues.
Here it comes. He's going to take it.
Coast Guard, Cape Disappointment. Monday night at 9, only on the Weather Channel.
Currently in our area, 76 degrees under clear skies. Today, partly to mostly cloudy, with scattered showers or thunderstorms. High 91, chance of rain 40%. Tonight, a stray thunderstorm or two this evening, otherwise partly cloudy. Low 75, chance of rain 30%. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Channel original series.
Every time I shoot a fish, when I'm wrestling them, that's when I'm scared.
Catching Hell, Sundays at 9 on the Weather Channel.
My football contract forbids me from riding motorcycles. That's a problem, because I really want to ride the new Can-Am Spyder. Luckily, I found a loophole.
You're retiring?
I'm retiring. It has it all. An exhilarating ride with awesome stability and control.
There's no better time to buy a Can-Am Spyder. Now through July 31st, get up to a $4,000 rebate on select models, plus a 3-year warranty. Watch the ride that made Drew's agent cry at CanAmSpyder.com.
No matter what kind of business you own, AT&T business experts can help keep it running seamlessly so you can get back to what you love. When everyone and everything works together, business just sings.
Now, welcome back. As we wind down this Lightning Awareness Week, we're taking aim at some of the biggest lightning myths. We're hoping to give you just an idea of how deadly and unpredictable lightning can be. This morning, Mike Bettis teams up with NOAA's lightning specialist to separate fact from fiction.
Fact or myth? Lightning always hits the tallest object.
That would be a myth. There's a certain randomness about what lightning strikes. Lightning tends to hit the highest point, but not always. There are many cases where there's something taller in the immediate vicinity, and for whatever reason, lightning doesn't strike it.
Fact or myth? Using electronics like an iPod or a cell phone increases my chances of being struck by lightning.
That's also a myth. A myth that's associated with that is that metal attracts lightning, and metal doesn't attract lightning. Cell phones and iPods have nothing to do with getting struck by lightning.
Fact or myth? Being in a car can protect me in a thunderstorm.
Well, that's mostly a fact. If we're talking about a hard-topped metal vehicle, yes, it will offer you protection.
But that protection doesn't come from the tires.
In reality, rubber tires do nothing to protect you. In fact, we see people in convertibles being struck and killed, people on motorcycles, bicycles, lawnmowers, all where they have rubber tires, and as I said, it makes no difference.
Fact or myth? Lightning can be a danger even if I'm inside my house.
Well, that's a fact. Substantial buildings have both plumbing and wiring, so you don't want to be in a shower, you don't want to be washing dishes because they're both sources are contacts with the plumbing. Anything that plugs into a wall is going to become dangerous and potentially deadly if your house is struck by lightning.
Fact or myth? I shouldn't touch someone who's been struck by lightning.
An electrical discharge happens in a small fraction of a second, so immediately after the discharge, they don't carry any charge at all. In fact, you should touch them, you should monitor them, you should check to see that they have a heartbeat, and if necessary, if they're in cardiac arrest, start administering CPR, and certainly call for medical attention as soon as possible.
I'm Mike Bettis, the Weather Channel.
All right, thanks, Mike. And now let's get into a little bit more in depth of the Northeast. Water vapor showing very dry air just moved through. Look at that. Dry air complements of high pressure. So not much moisture in the atmosphere means humidities are down and temperatures are actually comfortable. This big area of high pressure responsible in a good way. High pressure equals dry weather, and in this case, it's going to be dry. It's going to be beautiful with plenty of sunshine. Mild weather expected from New York to Philadelphia to Boston and Portland. And even Burlington and Syracuse, we are expecting to see plenty of sunshine. So good-looking weekend day coming up in the east today and tomorrow. Temperatures from 24 hours ago are down, but only by a bit in Albany and New York City, down by 2 and 3 degrees respectively, down by 5 in Philadelphia. So a little different feel to the air mass. It's a little milder in Buffalo and Pittsburgh. As you can see, you're already getting on the backside of the high pressure with a more southerly breeze there. And here's the numbers. It's 60s out here in Buffalo and Pittsburgh, but 50s into the interior of the east, the northeast, New England, down to the 50s, 53 Portland. New York City, 67. Philadelphia, you're at 66 degrees. So nice start, good finish. Check out your weekend, New York City. Gorgeous weather if you're in town visiting. Sightseeing, 85 degrees today, sunshine tomorrow and 83. Heading out to the Hamptons or Jones Beach or maybe down to the Jersey Shore. It's like great weather expected there too with beautiful sunshine. Water temperatures though, if you are going to go in the water, a little chilly. 65 off Rhode Island and Jones Beach 66, Atlantic City 68. 70 degree water temperatures, Ocean City and down toward Virginia Beach. So water's a little chilly until you get to the Mid-Atlantic and the coastal beaches, the Carolinas. But other than that, looks good. Now, this is as we get into Tuesday. We're going to cover where the thunderstorm threat's coming up next in the 7-day forecast. But it looks like the weather gets worse by the end of the week.
What do astronauts eat?
Have lunch with one and find out. Only at Kennedy Space Center Visitor Complex. Meet real astronauts, see Space Shuttle Atlantis, and experience firsthand the future of America's space exploration.
Bridgestone's new Drive Guard tires are engineered to take a puncture and go up to 50 miles.
We can drive 50 miles on a flat, and you have an app that makes nails pop up?
Yep.
We could rule the world. But I've got carpool at 3, though, so
that time
we could, mess with the world.
50 miles on a flat. Because if your tires keep rolling, your day does too. And there's no better place to get your Bridgestone Drive Guard tires than Firestone Complete Auto Care.
Is your car ready to demolish the rain? Whatever you drive a Firestone.
Untamed fruit flavor. Jolly Rancher.
Am I missing a deadline? Will I get there in time? Am I going too fast? Did I close the garage door? Stay in your lane. I don't think I sent that email. I should make a reservation. I thought it was clear. Okay, brake. I didn't see that coming.
Its instinct to protect leaves you free to drive. Lease the Infiniti Q50 for $369 a month.
Hey, I'm Ted, and this is Rudy. Say hi, Rudy. I'd do anything to keep this guy happy and healthy. That's why I'm so excited about these new Milk-Bone brushing chews. I'm not the only one. It's a brilliant new way to take care of his teeth. Clinically proven as effective as brushing. Okay, here you go. Have you ever seen a dog brush his own teeth? The twist and nub design cleans all the way down to the gum line, even reaching the back teeth. They taste like a treat, but they clean like a toothbrush. Nothing says you care like a Milk-Bone brushing chew.
What does a 37 million horsepower launch feel like?
Experience it for yourself. Only at Kennedy Space Center Visitor Complex. Meet real astronauts, see Space Shuttle Atlantis, and experience firsthand the future of America's space exploration.
This summer, save your Monday nights. The Coast Guard is back.
Look off to your starboard side.
And you can only find them on the Weather Channel. Woo! This Monday, the all-new season continues.
Awesome is choosing from lots of exciting movies here.
Right, baby.
And enjoying classics here. Get unlimited access anywhere you want, anytime you want. Watch all your favorites commercial-free with StreamPix. Enjoy unlimited access to hit movies on your TV and mobile devices anytime, anywhere. Don't have StreamPix? Go to the Xfinity On Demand menu or call 1-800-XFINITY to upgrade for only $4.99 more a month. Start watching today.
When everything's included, the kids get a vacation of their own. And so do we. But when we get together, it's the best time of all.
I can feel it, yeah.
Right now, you can get up to 65% off. Call your travel agent or 1-800-BEACHES.
Stay happy at home. Comfort Keepers, keeping the comforts of home. Call Comfort Keepers now to learn more.
America's Morning Headquarters with Sam Champion.
Not just a morning forecast, a morning show.
AMHQ with Sam Champion, the Weather Channel's brand new morning show.
Currently in our area, 74 degrees under fair skies. Today, partly to mostly cloudy with scattered showers or thunderstorms. High 91, chance of rain 40%. Tonight, a stray thunderstorm or two this evening, otherwise partly cloudy. Low 75, chance of rain 30%. Here's our 7-day outlook.
All right, check this out. What a sight, a post-storm rainbow caught on camera. The double rainbow appeared after a bit of lightning. It was uploaded to our weather.com site, and while we quite don't know the location, it's still a great sight to take in. Kind of pretty there. A rainbow action. Gotta love it, right? All right, now as we get into the next 7 days, we're going to watch severe storms, fire, and beautiful weather in other parts of the country. And it looks like severe weather today is going to get moving this afternoon. This morning, it's more the heavy rain through parts of Kansas and Nebraska. But later today, we could see big storms, fire through Minnesota and Iowa, back down through the areas of eastern Kansas and maybe into eastern parts of Nebraska and Missouri. Southeast, more scattered showers, thunderstorms, but beautiful weather out across the Northeast. Some of the nicest weather around. The West, it's nice, but I say that, but I'm cautious about it because in desperate need of rainfall in California, just can't get any. And we're not in that time of year where you expect any. So go through tomorrow, more severe storms, maybe a little higher tornado threat, although a smaller area through